Hey everyone, welcome to Rocky Tropix Gardening. As you can probably tell, I've already been in the garden for quite a while. Pink cheeks and dirty hands, but hubby's still going on stumps which we didn't manage to get out before winter. I've been digging away some soil here. I'm going to build a little garden under my big arch. Excuse our mess there. We're also cleaning up for a little garden shed, and I'll show you some other things I'm going to be planting for spring into summer. As you may have heard on a previous video, I'm going to build a cottage garden here, very slowly, although with my new work at the daycare as a contractor to do the gardening there, I have decided to pay myself in plants, at least for now. So I've been able to get some lovely little cottage plants, some saxifraga, which is just so cute. Apparently you can even use it as a lawn in a low traffic area. I think I've seen seeds for that recently. Some Myoporum parvifolium, which is an Australian native which spreads out to a big carpet of beautiful plant with nice little white star flowers. You can actually eat it. It's a bush tucker plant. Penstemon, it's the same kind of thing that I've featured recently, which I haven't planted yet, but this one's more pink. The other one was sort of a hot pink, and this one's the same. I have replanted some bulbs. If you've seen in my previous, I think it was reverse homesteading video, I'll link that here. That's this weekend. And some freesias have come up too. So I need to pull out some more violets, sadly, but I will relocate them. I have a white lavender, so that will look lovely here between the other colours. And I have seen some bees in the garden recently, which is really cool. And a beautiful little lavender here, pink queen, in amongst my weeds, with the beautiful little angel wings on top. So that will be very cute. I'm just laying the plants out, but they'll get eaten by snails if I leave them out overnight. I'll put them back. I've dug out these hyacinths. They started coming up over here in my garden shed, outdoor garden shed area, and I'm going to relocate those to over here, where I'm going to plant my two happy wanderers, and they will climb up my arch. This is the trellis, if you can see that. It's actually dog mesh. It's the best we can do here in Victoria, Australia. Some people have really nice strong panels that you can get called cattle panels. We don't have them. I've heard the UK doesn't have them either. You do get the smaller holes at the bottom going up to larger holes that you can push through a zucchini that you want to climb, or even if it's well supported you can put a pumpkin or a squash on this, and definitely tomatoes, which is what it's going to do, because this really long garden bed here with the 3 2-metre garden beds is going to be tomatoes. So I will put some larger tomatoes here and keep them low under the fruit fly net, but otherwise it will be micro tomatoes along here and over in the next bed over here. As usual, our very healthy, not so looked after olive tree is sprouting from the base. So if you have an olive tree or two at your house, make sure you're watering it well in the end of winter into spring, and it should give you a nice harvest if you have good pollination and good pollinators. This is a tree that I called Tony because it came from my youngest son and he likes to name things. So I called this olive tree Tony. It's the one that came from his house that he couldn't have anymore because he was in a rental. It wasn't a pot, so he put it in the ground and then thought better of it, dug it up. I've cut it back so it's more of an espalier kind of growth habit, and just hoping that does really well this year. But I'm so glad it came through and it's alive. I did take a few branches off, but probably not as many as I should have. But it's coming back, so I'm happy to have Tony in one piece. So my latest score is from the reject shop yet again. That's where my main asparagus ground came from last year. Well, actually the year before, and grew in summer last year. These are looking pretty good for the reject shop, so I'm not sure what's wrong with them. Not sure, there's always something wrong with something from the reject shop. If you're in Australia, you will know what I mean. It's a seconds store, allegedly, but there are a lot of good things there. Anyhow, there was only one packet of these, the ones in these colours, which are sort of all sorts. And then I thought I'd try to sort of mimic it with the red and the pastel packet. So along the back fence over here, these will look pretty cool once they get established. And I can't forget to plant my crocus that produce saffron, and we have some very late garlic going in. They won't be the same as the other because I don't know what they are, but they're just from the shop and they've decided to sprout, so I'll put them in. These, only these can be sown at the moment. So you've got some choice rocket or arugula, I think people call it in America, spinach, just the basic spinach, and they can go in when it's still cold. We still have one more month of winter to go. These can be planted early spring, so can almost plant these now. Mini margarita daisy, and some more lovely colour cosmos. I do have some cosmos seeds, so I'll just add them to those and see how they come up. My previous sowing of cosmos didn't really work. I think I got one up in about 5 cells, so I think those seeds are a bit old, so I've got new seeds. These are quite inexpensive, the Garden Basics ones. They're made for new gardeners for some reason. They don't have a lot of choices for varieties. This is a loofah. I did have loofah seeds from a friend when I lived in Queensland, but different things happened to them before they got to full size. They actually take quite a while to grow as a vine. Does it say? Seedlings take 10 to 21 days. Yeah, so 14 to 25 weeks from sowing, so that's quite a while. When I first saw this, I thought it was prawns. But it's not. They're loofah insides, if you haven't seen them before, before it's dried out, and it's a beauty product. We have different kinds of basil. I mainly bought this for the purple basil, which I don't have any seed for. So we've got sweet basil, lemon basil, Thai basil, which I do have a lot of, and my own seed. But the red basil is what I really want. And I thought these were cucuzza or New Guinea beans, but they're not. They're an eggplant, Thai long green. So they will be interesting as well. But most of those I'll have to wait for spring, except for those seeds I showed you at the beginning. These ones, the colder weather ones. The garlic I have to plant straight away, and pretty much the bulbs I have to plant straight away as well. So looking forward to spring and summer. I hope you're having fun in your garden. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.